Kumbakonam, India, early 1900s. A young man sits on the stone floor of a small house in a temple town in southern India. He's had no formal training in advanced mathematics. He has never attended a single university lecture on the subject. He owns one outdated textbook, a collection of around 5,000 formulas compiled by an obscure English tutor, and from that thin volume, working alone in isolation on the floor of a house in a town most of the world has never heard of, he begins to produce mathematics that should be impossible. His name is Srinivasa Ramanujan. Welcome to the Reality Revolution. I'm your host, Brian Scott, and today we're going to activate your genius. Kumbakonam, India, early 1900s. A young man sits on the stone floor of a small house in a temple town in southern India. He has almost nothing. His family is poor. He has failed out of college twice because he refuses to study any subject other than mathematics, and the colleges of colonial India require him to pass everything or nothing. He works as a clerk in an accounting office for a few rupees a month. He keeps his real work in a series of cheap notebooks, writing in chalk on a slate when paper runs short, erasing each result with his elbow to save money, transferring only the most important findings to ink. He's had no formal training in advanced mathematics. He has never attended a single university lecture on the subject. He owns one outdated textbook, a collection of around 5,000 formulas compiled by an obscure English tutor, and from that thin volume, working alone in isolation on the floor of a house in a town most of the world has never heard of, he begins to produce mathematics that should be impossible. His name is Srinivasa Ramanujan. And the question of where his mathematics came from has unsettled the greatest minds of the past 100 years. Because Ramanujan did something no trained mathematician does. He skipped the proof. He skipped the derivation. He skipped the long chain of reasoning that every other mathematician must walk through step by careful step to arrive at a result. He simply wrote down the answer. Complete, finished, whole. Theorems of staggering complexity, infinite series that converge in ways that defy intuition. Formulas connecting numbers that had no business being connected. He had produced them fully formed with no visible scaffolding underneath, each one arriving through a window the rest of us have painted shut. When the mathematicians at Cambridge later asked him how he arrived at his results, his answer disturbed them. He told them the formulas came to him in his sleep. He said that a goddess, the family deity Namagiri of Namakal, would appear to him in dreams and place completed equations before his eyes. He would wake and write down what he had received. He believed his mathematics was given to him. He insisted on it for his entire life. An equation, he said, held meaning for him only if it is expressed as a thought from the divine. In 1913, Ramanujan took a desperate chance. He copied out around 120 of his theorems and mailed them unsolicited to a famous mathematician at Cambridge named G.H. Hardy. The letter arrived from a poor, unknown clerk in India with no credentials, no institutional standing, and a collection of formulas that looked at first glance insane. Hardy nearly threw the letters away. He looked at the pages over breakfast, set them aside, and went about his day. The formulas kept pulling at the back of his mind. That evening he sat down with a colleague and went through them carefully. By midnight, the two of them understood that they were looking at the work of a genius beyond anything in their experience. Hardy later said that the theorems defeated him completely. He had never seen anything in the slightest degree resembling them. Some of the formulas he could prove, some he could disprove, and a third category astonished him most of all because these results had to be true, since no person on earth would have the imagination to invent them yet. Hardy had no method by which to demonstrate why. Hardy brought Ramanujan to Cambridge. Over the next 5 years, the self-taught clerk from a temple town produced a body of work that placed him among the greatest mathematicians who have ever lived. He was elected a Fellow of the Royal Society. He was elected a Fellow of Trinity College. He had received almost no formal education and had arrived through dreams. Ramanujan died in 1920 at the age of 32, his health broken by the cold English climate and years of poverty. He left behind notebooks containing nearly 4,000 results. Here's the part that elevates the story. Mathematicians are still proving him right. Century after his death, formulas Ramanujan wrote down with no explanation continue to be confirmed by modern mathematics. His work on what are called Mach theta functions, scribbled in the final year of his life, turned out decades later to describe the behavior of black holes, objects no human being understood when Ramanujan was alive. His formulas have found application in string theory, in crystallography, in the mathematics of the very small and the very large. The man received answers to questions the human race had yet to learn how to ask. He had no training. He had no proof. He had no method anyone could identify. He had a channel, an open line between his awareness and a source of complete, finished, downloaded knowledge that arrived faster than thought and more perfectly than reasoning could ever assemble. This is the phenomenon at the center of tonight's activation, because Ramanujan was extraordinary, and the channel he used belongs to no single person. Every human being is wired with the same receiver. Every breakthrough in the history of science, art, music, and invention arrived through someone who, in a moment of openness, received something complete from a source beyond the reasoning mind. The melody that arrives whole, the solution that appears in the shower, the idea that wakes you at 3 a.m. fully formed, the line of a poem that writes itself faster than your hand can move. These are the same channel, the same download, the same open line that placed equations on Ramanujan's tongue while he slept. And that channel can be opened on purpose. And that is what this activation does. The activation that follows has been carefully constructed using specific language patterns, frequency-aligned principles, and techniques drawn from quantum physics. Every sentence has been designed with intention. Every word carries a frequency. Every pause has been placed where the subconscious mind needs space to receive. Nothing here is accidental. The architecture of channel activation has been embedded inside the words themselves. The cadence has been tuned. The phrasing has been calibrated. The sequence of phrases has been arranged to mirror the natural progression by which the creative mind opens, clears, and begins to receive. All you have to do is listen. All you have to do is allow. The activation is built into the structure of the language, and as the words enter your awareness, the structure begins to open the channel inside you, with or without your conscious participation. This is the same channel Ramanujan used. He opened it in sleep and received finished mathematics. Mozart opened it and heard entire symphonies complete before a single note reached paper. Tonight, you open it deliberately in a waking state with full awareness of the source you are tuning toward. By the time the final words land, the channel that produces genius will have been opened inside you and keyed to stay open, and the downloads will continue to arrive long after this recording has ended. In the shower, on the walk, in the space between sleeping and waking, in the quiet moments when the reasoning mind finally steps aside. Settle in, receive, and allow. The activation already began the moment you pushed play. This is not meditation or affirmation. This is not brainstorming, forcing or grinding, or any effortful method. This is the direct opening of the channel through which genius arrives. The channel that delivered theorems to Ramanujan, symphonies to Mozart, the structure of benzene to the chemist Kekule in a dream of a serpent seizing its own tail, the design of the alternating current motor to Tesla as he walked through a park reciting poetry. Genius has never been a possession of the rare few. Genius is a frequency. Genius is a state of reception. Genius is what becomes available to any nervous system that has cleared the static on the line and opened itself fully to the source of complete, finished downloading. That channel exists inside you. That channel has always existed inside you. This channel sits one tuning away from the version you currently eliciting, and the next phase of this will clear it, open it, and switch it on. Your genius is about to come online. If you prefer to keep working the way you've always worked, forcing ideas through effort and willpower, stop listening now. If you made peace with the belief that genius belongs to other people, that you were born without the gift, that creativity is a fixed quantity handed out at birth, and you have any wish to keep that belief intact, stop listening now. If the slow, grinding, effortful method of squeezing ideas out of a closed mind feels acceptable to you, stop now. Because if you continue past this moment, if you keep receiving these words and keep allowing them in your nervous system, the channel will open. The downloads will begin. There is no neutral ground here. The creative life is either an effortful struggle that you've always known, or the open channel available to every nervous system willing to clear the line and receive. By the time the final words of this reach you, you will exist in a fundamentally different kind of universe, as a fundamentally different kind of creator than the one who pressed play. This is frequency. This is the physics of inspired states, the exact mechanism by which a relaxed, open, coherent mind drops out of effortful processing and into the receiving state where complete ideas arrive whole. The shift happens at the level of the nervous system. Your reasoning mind will continue to function when you require it. The difference is that a second channel will now run alongside it. A receiving channel, open and tuned, delivering material that the reasoning mind could never have assembled on its own. Ideas will begin to arrive within hours or minutes. Some will come during sleep. Some will arrive in the shower, on a walk, in the soft moments before waking. The field has creativity that exceeds prediction. Receive what arrives. Capture it quickly. Trust the source. The channel is opening. The opening is precise. The opening is already underway. In this moment, you stand at a crossroads. One creator is familiar. You know the feeling of sitting in front of a blank page, a blank screen, a blank canvas, and pushing, reaching, straining for an idea that refuses to come. You know the particular fatigue of forcing, the way the mind tightens when you demand brilliance from it, and brilliance withholds itself in response. This creator works hard and waits long. This creator measures output against the work of others and finds reason for discouragement. This creator believes the well runs dry, that talent is finite, that the good ideas have a way of arriving for everyone else and arriving rarely, if at all, for them. This creator carries a quiet suspicion that real genius was handed to someone else at birth because of genetics, and that the best way they can do is work diligently within the limits they were assigned. This creator edits the idea before it has finished arriving, kills it in the cradle, talks themselves out of the bold move, and settles for the safe one. You know this creator. You have been this creator on the hard days. The other creator is different. This creator sits down and the material just arrives faster than they could capture it. Ideas in abundance, in surplus, in overflow, solutions that appear fully formed, connections that snap into place between things that seem unrelated a moment before. This work moves through them at a speed that outpaces their hand, and their only task becomes capturing the flow before it moves on. This creator has stopped forcing. This creator has learned to soften, to open, to drop into the relaxed and coherent state where the channel runs clear. This creator treats a blank page as an invitation rather than a threat, because they know with total certainty that the moment they open, the download begins. This creator produces more than they use. They have a notebook full of ideas waiting for their turn. They wake with melodies, with sentences, with designs, with solutions to problems they set down before sleep. They have come to trust the source so completely, they no longer wonder whether the next idea will come. They know it It always does. This creator is the version of you that Ramanujan demonstrates is possible. The version that receives rather than manufactures. The version for whom genius has stopped being a struggle and started being a frequency they live inside. This version is real. This version exists. This version sits one tuning away from the creator currently listening, broadcasting a frequency your nervous system has always been able to receive, waiting only for you to clear the line and open the channel. The choice between these two creators was made the moment that you pushed play. You already chose. The channel is opening now. All that remains is for you to keep receiving, allowing the line to clear, keep letting the frequency of genius install itself into the architecture of your mind. Quantum physics and the study of inspired states converge on something the ordinary working mind refuses to show you. The brain has two fundamental modes. The first is the focused, effortful, analytical mode, useful for executing a plan, solving a defined problem. The second is the open, relaxed, associative mode, the state researchers call the default mode network, the state where the mind drifts, connects, and receives. Every documented case of sudden genius arrived through the second mode. Kekule received the ring structure of benzene while dozing by a fire. Tesla saw the complete alternating current motor while walking and reciting poetry. The entire machine rotating in his mind, every part visible before a single component had been built. Mozart described whole compositions arriving complete so that he could survey an entire work in a single glance, every movement present at once. Ramanujan received finished theorems in sleep, the deepest expression of the open mode there is. Each of these minds dropped out of effortful processing and into the receiving state, and in that state, complete material arrived from beyond the reach of step-by-step reasoning. The deeper question is where the material comes from. The reasoning mind assembles slowly, piece by piece. The downloads arrive whole, finished, and frequently ahead of what the receiver consciously understands. Ramanujan produced mathematics that described black holes decades before humanity knew black holes existed. The source held knowledge the receiver had no way to possess. This points toward a field, a unified field of information, complete and timeless, in which every solution, every melody, every design, every discovery already exists in finished form, available to any nervous system tuned to receive it. The genius never invents, the genius receives. The act of creation is an act of reception from a field where the finished work already waits. This is why the Ramanujan story is so important. The poor clerk with no training opened the channel in sleep and received math from a field that held answers the human race had yet to discover. He proved that the channel is real, and that the field is real, and that the receiver requires no special pedigree, only an open line. The same channel Ramanujan opened in sleep is the channel that opens inside you now. By my command. In a waking state, on purpose, with full awareness, now. You never needed to manufacture your genius, or to earn it, or to become a genius. No matter what any teacher told you, you are a genius. Your mind is the antenna. Your relaxed state is the tuning. Your open awareness is the receiver. And in this moment, the channel is clearing, opening, and coming online, tuned to the field where your finest work already waits in finished form. Before these downloads can arrive, the static on the line must clear. The channel of genius has been open inside you since birth. The reason its signal has arrived faintly, intermittently, in scattered flashes, rather than a steady stream, is interference, noise on the line that drowns the incoming signal. The static has a number of sources. Each one quiets now, settling out of the signal, leaving the line clean. The first source of static is the inner editor that judges every idea before it has finished arriving. The voice that interrupts the download to ask whether the idea is good enough, original enough, or worthy of the page. This voice quiets now. The second source of static is comparison, the constant background measurement of your work against the work of others. A measurement that tightens the nervous system and closes the very openness the channel requires. This comparison fades now. The third source of static is the effort of forcing. The clenched, straining, demanding posture that treats inspiration as something to be wrestled out of a reluctant mind. That posture releases now. The hand unclenches, the grip loosens, the download arrives through openness. The fourth source of static is the wait for permission. The held breath that looks outside itself for someone to confirm that you are allowed to create, allowed to be brilliant, allowed to take up space with your work. The fifth source is the fear that the well is empty, the quiet dread that the last good idea was the final one, that the source is finite, that one day you will reach for inspiration and find nothing there. That fear dissolves now. As each source of static settles out of the signal, the line grows quiet, clean, and clear. The faint, scattered, intermittent reception of your old creative life gives way to a steady, open, high bandwidth channel running directly to the field where your finest work waits in finished form. The interference is cleared. The channel is clear. The line is open. Bring your attention now in this moment to the crown of your head, the highest point of the skull, the soft center where the bones of an infant's head once remained open to the world. Above the crown, sense a presence of light, a soft light rather than a harsh one, a warm, golden, intelligent light gathering above you, drawn toward the open port at the top of your head, and now it begins to enter. A single point of warm light touches the crown and begins to flow downward into you. The sensation is subtle at first, a faint warmth at the top of the skull, a soft tingling across the scalp, a gentle pressure, pleasant and alive where the light meets the open port and begins its descent. The light moves down into the brain, and as it moves, it illuminates the regions of the mind that produce ideas, brighten under the descending current. The connections between distant thoughts light up one by one. The neural pathways that have lain dormant begin to glow, to warm, to wake. You feel a quickening behind the forehead, a soft electric aliveness in the space between the eyes, the physical signature of a mind coming online at a higher frequency than it has ever run before. The light continues downward. It reaches the base of the skull and pours into the spine, and here, the sensation deepens into current, a warm, golden current of pure, creative intelligence running down the length of your spine. Feel the current down through your neck, through the shoulders, down the middle of the back, each segment of the spine warming and brightening until the entire spinal column glows with light. And now the download intensifies. The light at the crown widens from a single point into an open stream. The current down the spine strengthens from a trickle into a steady flow. The whole channel, crown to base, fills with golden light. And through that light, information begins to arrive. Feel it before you understand it. This is the hallmark of the true download. The idea lands in the body first, ahead of the mind, a felt sense of something complete, arriving whole before a single word or image has formed. A quickening in the chest, a rush at the back of the neck. The reasoning mind has stepped aside. The channel is doing the work now, and the material pours in faster. Complete ideas arriving one after another, each one whole, each one finished, each one carrying the unmistakable signature of having come from somewhere beyond. Melody arrives complete, heard all at once. A solution to a problem you've wrestled with for months appears fully formed, obvious now. A sentence writes itself in your awareness faster than any hand could record it. A design assembles in the space behind your eyes. Let the current run. Let the light pour through the crown and down into the spine. Let the downloads arrive in abundance. Infinite intelligence, intelligent infinity, flowing, flooding into your system. In overflow, more material than you could capture in a year of work. Proof beyond any remaining doubt the channel is open and your genius is activated. This is the state Ramanujan lived inside. This is the state Mozart described. The state every genius in history dropped into when the finished work arrived whole. A state that precedes prosperity, for genius is equivalent to prosperity when expressed properly. And this is the state your nervous system is being tuned to hold far beyond a single moment as a way of being. Feel the warmth of the light at your crown. Feel the golden current running the length of your spine. Every sensation your awareness has registered in these past minutes has been received by your nervous system as direct experience. The subconscious mind has no method of separating a vividly inhabited state from a lived one. The open channel has been installed at the cellular level. The receiving frequency has been fully tuned. The signature of genius has been keyed into your field. The channel will remain open. The light will continue to descend. The current will continue to run. From this point forward, you are a receiver, online and tuned with a direct line to the field where your finest work awaits in finished form, tuned to infinite intelligence now. Receive these declarations. Let each one land. Let the anchor lock each one in place. I am a clear and open channel for genius, and the downloads arrive faster than I can capture them. This is my reality now. Ideas come to me in abundance, in surplus, in overflow, more than I could ever use. This is my reality now. My finest work already exists in the field, finished and waiting. And I receive it with ease. This is my reality now. I create from openness rather than force, and the material flows through me at a speed that outpaces my hand. This is my reality now. Solutions arrive fully formed. Connections snap into place. The answer I need appears the moment I open the line. This is my reality now. I wake with melodies, sentences, and designs. Solutions to problems I set down before sleep. This is my reality now. My channel carries material meant only for me, and I have released all comparison to the work of anyone else. This is my reality now. The field is infinite. The well never runs dry, and there's always another download. This is my reality now. I require no permission to be brilliant, and the signal flows the moment I decide to receive. This is my reality now. Genius is my frequency, my natural state, the channel I live inside. This is my reality now. I am the receiver. This is my reality now. This frequency is locked. The cascade is sealed. Every declaration has been installed at the level of the field. Channel is fully online. I want you to bring your attention through your body and feel the channel holding open. Feel the crown. A steady warmth remains at the top of your head where the port of reception has opened. A soft, alive, tingling presence that signals the line above you stays connected. Feel the space behind your forehead. Quiet aliveness lives there now. A gentle electric brightness in the region between the eyes, the physical signature of a mind that runs at a higher frequency than before. This aliveness brightens whenever you turn toward your work. Feel your spine. The golden current still runs the length of it. Softer now. Feel your chest. There's an openness there, a spaciousness behind the sternum where the held breath of forcing once lived. Feel your hands. A readiness lives in them, a warmth in the fingertips, the readiness of hands that will capture the downloads as they arrive, that will write, play, sketch, build, and shape the material the channel delivers. Feel your breath, slow and easy, open, the breath of a nervous system that has dropped out of effortful strain and into the relaxed, coherent receiving state where the channel runs clear. Every cell in your body is recalibrating to the frequency of the open channel. Every system is tuning. Every part of you is coming into coherence with the receiving state. What you feel in this moment is the physical evidence of a channel that is opened at the level of the field. Your warmth at the crown is the proof. Your breath is the witness. The current in your spine is the seal. Your genius has been activated. The version of you who forced ideas through strain and willpower is collapsing in this instant. The version of you who sat before a blank page in dread is collapsing in this instant. The version of you who believed genius belonged to other people is collapsing. The version of you who feared the well would run dry is collapsing. Every one of those versions is being released. Every creative drought you ever endured was never a verdict on your talent. It was a clogged line. Every idea that arrived for someone else and seemed to pass you by was proof that the field is real. The channel exists and reception is possible. Every hour you spent forcing, straining, and pushing was teaching you. Through its own exhaustion, the force was never the method. The download arrives through openness. You had to reach the end of forcing before the lesson could complete itself and the channel could open. The same is true of every creative struggle. In your own story, every drought, every block, every blank page that stared back at you, all of it was leading here. To the clearing of the line and the opening of the channel. The old creator served a purpose. It carried you here. It delivered you to the threshold. The old creator is collapsing. The open channel is the only creative reality now available to you. Every idea arrives through it. Every solution flows from it. You have cleared the static. You have opened the channel. You have come online. The activation is now embedded in your field. It requires nothing further from your conscious mind. The channel will remain open beneath your awareness steadily, silently, without interruption, delivering material into your life for as long as you continue to receive it. While you sleep tonight, the channel will work. While you shower tomorrow, while you walk, while you drift in the soft space before waking, while you sit in the quiet moments when the reasoning mind loosens its grip, the channel will work. Downloads will arrive without effort from you. Ideas will appear, melodies will surface, solutions will form, designs will assemble, sentences will write themselves faster than your hand can move, connections will snap into place. You will notice the evidence within hours. A small idea arrives unbidden, a solution surfacing, a line of music or language appearing completely in your mind. The larger downloads, whole works arriving finished, breakthroughs on problems you had set aside as unsolvable. The unmistakable experience of receiving something complete from beyond the reach of your reasoning mind. Keep a way to capture them close at hand. A notebook, a recorder, your notes app. The downloads arrive quickly and move on quickly. And the receiver who honors the signal by capturing it teaches the channel to deliver more. Receive what arrives. Capture it fast. Trust the source. The field has a creativity beyond what surface awareness could ever predict. From this moment forward, you carry the open channel in every cell of your body, in every quiet moment, in every encounter with a blank page that now greets you as an invitation rather than a threat. The line is open. The tuning is stable. The field is clearing. The old creator has been released. The receiver has come online. The channel will continue running on its own. Receive it, capture it, create from it. A poor clerk in a temple town opened the channel in his sleep and received math a century ahead of the human race. He had no training and no proof and no method anyone could name. He had an open line. The same line runs through you. Open now, online now, tuned now to the field where your genius already waits. The channel is open. The download has begun. It is done. Before we go, I want to cordially invite you to an amazing event we're hosting in Anaheim, California on July 24th through the 26th. This event is designed to shift you into your greatest timeline, doing deep, immersive meditational work. I hope to meet you there. You can find a link in the description at www.brianscottlive.com/Anaheim. I'm sending all my light to everyone. Your genius has been activated. And with great genius comes great power. And with great power comes great responsibility. With this genius, you can change the world. You can solve the problems of the world and yourself. You can find prosperity, love, healing. Anything is possible for you with this open channel. Allow it to flow through you. Welcome to the reality revolution. There's a version of your life where everything you've been reaching for arrives, where the money flows, where love opens, where your body heals, where every step carries the frequency of the self you were always meant to be. That life exists, and the path to it has been 8 years in the making. This July, the reality revolution comes home to Anaheim. 3 full days of teaching, meditation, and timeline activation. 9 complete sessions designed to move you from the life you're living to the life that is waiting. Activate your pineal gland, meet your higher self, quantum jump into your greatest timeline, enter the bliss body healing state, step into the flow of large sums of money, open fully to love, shift into a higher density new earth. Friday night, the community celebrates together. Saturday evening, a special appearance from Daryl Anka. And by Sunday evening, you walk out as the version of yourself your future self has been waiting for.
I knew I had to be in the room because it's different from like listening to the meditation videos online.
It was really getting into yourself and how you feel and your timelines.
It's time at the event, and it really is. It's wonderful. So I would highly recommend to anyone, if you get the opportunity to do it, absolutely do it. It really is amazing.
The Reality Revolution live in Anaheim, July 24th, 25th, and 26th at the Hilton Anaheim. 3 days that will change the trajectory of your life. Early bird pricing is available now. Claim your seat at www.brianscottlive.com/Anaheim.